Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Katy of Greenland Quilter, and I'm sorry I'm late. I was having some technology issues. Yeah. So bear with me here while I make sure everything's okay. Okay. I don't know why that looks frosty up there. That's kind of strange. Hang on, I need to fix the light, you guys. But thank you all for coming, and hang on 1 minute. It looks like I have a glare. Do you guys agree with that? Maybe it's okay. I don't know. Anyhow, so here I am, frazzled, but yeah, I think I'm gonna be okay now. So let me say hi to everybody first, and then I'll tell you what we're gonna talk about. I'm a little nervous today. One of the problems I have with traveling is I get the jitters, I don't know, so many hours before it's time for me to go. So I'm feeling a little bit frazzled, but I wanted to share some things with you. So let me say hi. Hello, Denise, Glenda, Joy, Donnell. Hello, Joy T. Hello, Wayne and Andrea. Hello, Glenda. And if I said your name more than once, I'm sorry. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Judy. And hello, my hobby home. Hello, Andrea. I said Andrea. Okay, so anyway, let me take a breath. Oh my goodness. Hi, Linda. So, yeah, I wanted to have a live, and if I can get things situated, I wanted to do a little sewing, but I'm not going to spend as long of hours sewing today because I have so much to do tonight already with trying to get ready to go tomorrow. But I wanted to share a few little treats of things that I've gotten accomplished. So 1 minute while I get them. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen first. We're going to go over to the Greenland Quilter group. I posted the picture of, sorry, it's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. I didn't know that. Hi, Tessa. Who else came in that I didn't see? Hi, Charlotte. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that I can go over to our Greenland Quilter group because I have posted the picture of floating Tetris finished. As you know, those of you that watched the live the other day know that we finished binding it, and I have gotten a really good picture of it. I took the picture outside, so the quilt kind of looks like it's a little bit blue in color, and it's because there is snow. We've been getting snow for 2 days now, and it's falling slowly now, so I'm hoping it's going to stop soon. One can hope, because I'm supposed to fly tomorrow, and I would really like to be able to go tomorrow and not be stuck here somewhere. So yeah, there's that. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and I'll share some other people who have posted as well. So I can't see the chat at the moment while I'm doing this, but as soon as we're done sharing, I'll come back and go back through the chat and see what I missed. Okay, can everyone see what is on the screen? Can you see the quilt? Give me some hearts if you can see that I've opened up a different browser screen. Let me know. Wow, lucky you on being 70. Hey, Joyce. Give me some hearts and let me know you can see the screen I'm trying to share. Okay, because I'm going to have to move my chat so we can talk about what's in the screen. All right, good. All right. Okay, so here is a brand new picture of floating Tetris, all finished. As I said, I took a picture of it outside. The young lady who is going to be taking care of my house held it up for me so that I could get the picture of it outside. You know, everything's white and there seems to be a bit of a blue color going on in the snow outside, but it's hard for my phone to pick up the blue color I'm seeing in the snow. And the blue color in the snow has to do with how oxygen gets trapped in large snowflakes. And so that's why there is, when I was out there digging the path, I'm like, wow, the snow looks blue in spots. And I've seen this before, so it's a pretty interesting thing. So as I said, I can't see the chat while I'm doing this. So I'm just going to scroll through here and share other people's work as well. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the quilt itself. And I'm hoping I'll get a little feedback in the group after you've had a chance to get off the live and go read what I wrote. So as you know, I started this from start to end. This is my first finished quilt of 2024. And I have to say that overall, I have learned a lot from the process. I started out with I didn't write anything down to begin with. I do have some parts of it written, but the rest of it's not written. But this all came out of my head while I was making it. And each week when I was sewing it to sharing it while I sewed it with you guys, it was doing it, on the fly. And so I learned several things. One is I still think that I'm still an advanced beginner, which that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Because there's still some skills I need to learn, like learn how to write a pattern. When also next time I design something from my head, I need to start writing it down as it comes along so that it can be more, so I can articulate it better than I did. I really enjoyed the process itself. I used 42 charms, which was a charm pack. It's any beginner could make this quilt because all we used was 1-inch little strips in between the little blocks. And then we used 2-inch sashes on each row, along with the long row here being 2 inches or 2.5. I think it's 2.5 actually. And you just sew the rows together. And this was 6 across by 6 down. And then I used a 3-inch border and a 5-inch border. Now, you're probably saying, well, that outer border doesn't look like 5 inches. It's not. So I'm being as transparent as I can be. So in my writing on the group, I talked about how I had trouble lining up the backing to the front. I'm not really sure why I couldn't get it to line up properly. So I sacrificed how the back looked to keep the front looking good. And I ended up having to trim off 1.5 inches off the front in order to get all of it to connect together properly so that I could bind it. And I used a 2.5-inch binding of a different color of Dan Morris, because this blue here, the 3-inch border, is Dan Morris with big flowers. The dark blue here is Dan Morris with smaller flowers on it. But I don't know the fabric line of this turquoise that I used because I had it for a while, and I had used it other times for other things. So more than likely, I probably had like 2 yards of it at one point and kept cutting off of it and using it in different things. But it's a really, really beautiful color. And the other things that I learned was I need to learn how to sew and talk at the same time. I did a lot of stopping during the lives, which meant that the live went longer than it probably could have had I persevered and stayed on track. I'm still learning how to multitask, sew, talk, press. So, you know, see what I'm saying? And also, I know that some may have missed parts of it because like I had to leave the desk to go press, you know, the fabric. Or I had to go over to the cutting table and cut something, so I didn't have a camera over there. And most of you have been really kind because most of you know that I'm not in my sewing room currently, that I'm inside a really small tight space in my living room, and we had to move things around in order to get this space so that I could still sew. So that's been a learning curve. It's been a learning curve adapting to the situation. And I don't think that I've done poorly with adapting to, you know, to the circumstances that's happened. Yes, you've seen a little bit of anger come out of me a couple times because of the situation, but you know, I think that tends to happen, you know, when you've had things that, I don't know, I can't explain that exactly, but things I learned to do. I learned how to put my walking foot on my machine thanks to Danelle and everybody else helping me calm down and breathe. Donnell wasn't here the other night when I was struggling to get the foot back on again. And then a couple people told me just breathe. And I saw that and I stopped and took a deep breath and waited a minute. And then when I went to put it on, it went right on. So Diane, my friend who also watches my lives, she told me to practice just putting it on and off until I get where it's second nature to put it onto the machine. So these are all the little things that I learned. I enjoyed the process a lot while creating it. I do know I need to be more proactive with how I do it and, you know, things like that. But overall, it was a fun project and I enjoyed sharing it with all of you. And I really hope that all of you enjoyed the process as well. And yeah, everybody stopped talking now. I see the channel's not moving anymore. So if you have any questions, you can ask them either here or you can post them over on Greenland Quilter. I will also be posting a picture of this on the community tab. I didn't have time to do it. I'll do it after the live. Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's hear from all of y'all. What did you think about the process? Did you like the project overall? Tell me, you can tell me what you think I should work on being better at. Just, you know, don't be too hard on me. But you know, input's a good thing, and especially if it's a constructive type of saying, hey, you should work on this, or you could tweak it doing that. You know, so this is going to be a whole process for me. Let me see here. Let me catch up on there. Michelle said that was a good picture. I got lots of hearts. Super gorgeous, Katie. Thank you, Donnell. Joyce says very pretty. My hobby, super love the quilt. Michelle says, I learned so much about the weather from you. That quilt is beautiful. Hope that you can get on your trip, be safe, and have fun, and happy Valentine's Day. You guys know what today is? I know it's Valentine's Day for everybody else, but 14 years ago today, in Florida, Nikolai got on his knees and proposed to me. So this particular day is significant for both of us because now we've hit 14 years of being a couple. You know, I mean, we started out dating and being a couple in September of 2009, but when we got engaged in 2010, that sealed the deal more or less. You know, and I have so much to be thankful for. You know, he's just been so good to me, and you know, I could go on and on and on and make y'all sick to your stomach listening to it. But yeah, so yep. So when I get back from my trip to the United States, I think what I'm going to, here's my plan. While I'm at QuiltCon, I'm hoping I will gain some inspiration of something I see in the quilt show that might pique my interest enough to let's do enough, because we are going to do another project probably. I don't know what time frame or, you know, how long it'll stretch out, but I would like to make or do another project that we can stretch out over time. And maybe either I get a free pattern and we sew together, or I make something where I can write it down and share it with all of y'all. And then maybe we could do it as a collective and make something pretty and spend 3 or 4 months making it maybe. Or if you guys don't like long-term quilt-alongs, tell me, do you like long-term quilt-alongs, or do you like something that only takes a, so here's what I want you to say. I like one month quilt-alongs, or 2-month quilt-alongs, or 3 month, or do you like doing something, you know, over the whole summer? I mean, what would you like to see me do as my next project when I get back from the United States? You can post it here in the chat or share it over on the Greenland Quilter, and I'll open a post up there sometime tonight. What did I finish in January? So like I said, this quilt was my first 2024 totally finished quilt. Okay. Second thing that I finished in January is I have all of my clues done for Cotton Cuts Village Green Begonia. So when I'm not going to have any time to sew while I'm gone, because I'll be in the US without a sewing machine. I will, one of my top priorities when I get back on the sidelines is to get Village Green totally finished. And when I do that, maybe I can get that done in the month of April, and that will be done. The other thing that I've been working on has been my Stronger Together project, and I have 4 parts of it done. I'm currently working on the star block. It's called Stop and Stare, but I haven't got it finished yet because I'm running out of time here. So it looks like I might not get my Stronger Together finished this year. I mean, before I leave. But this is the remade block. I had to remake it because I discovered I used the wrong size half square triangles and quarter square triangles when I was making it. This one's called Upward. This is week 4. Yeah, this will be coming up this coming week as far as the process of making it. This one I finished the other night. This one is called School Day. And this is week 2 block. School Day. Okay. And then week 5, which is called Page Turner, is also done. And you're like, why didn't you do this in order? Well, sometimes I don't do things in order. It depends on what it is I'm doing at the same time. Uh-oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, let me undo that. Oops. I'm so sorry. We'll start again. Thank you for pointing that out. All right, let me try that again. So sorry, guys. Okay. Let's do this again. I forgot to unshare the screen. Give me hearts that you now see the regular screen. I'm going to do the Make-A-Wish if at least I want to. Okay. Okay, so the hearts are saying you now can see the regular screen. Okay. All right, I'm going to pin myself and we'll start again. Okay. Okay. So you heard most of what I said, so some of it I won't have to repeat. Okay, so as I said a few minutes ago, I had to redo the upward block, which is technically week 4. Okay. And the reason I had to remake it is because I used the wrong size block. So here's the remake. Oh, this must be the camera I pinned. Okay. So that is week 3, and it's called Upward. This is week 2, and this was called School Day. So when the young Ms. Bridges, Mary Bridges, who was the African American who had, she was the first one to attend an all-white black school. She wore white ribbons in her hair, but because I was using white background, I couldn't make the ribbon white, so I made it blue. So this is block week 2. Hi, Lori. Anyone else I missed that came in? Hi, Michelle. Okay. And this is week 5, and this one's called Page Turner. So the only block I'm currently lagging on is the star block. Is called, it's the name of it is called Stop and Stare. And I'm in the middle of piecing it now. So when we get done, when we stop talking, I'm going to work on sewing it for a little while live. And yeah, okay. So let me show you what that one looks like. That one is going to be this one right here. That's the one I'm currently working on. So that's the last block. And then there's sashing that's going to go in between the sets of blocks. And then the outer border, which is remember I showed you these blocks? These are the border. This is for the border. Okay. All right. So that's what I have left to do on as far as the sewing her together. I want to get it finished tonight. You can't see it? I just showed it. Are you guys having trouble? Anyone doing the Make-A-Wish? I hope to be doing the Make-A-Wish. Okay, I'm gonna back up and see what all everybody said. Michelle says, I think you have a wonderful channel and it's so pleasant to watch. I would try this pattern. I like scrap quilts. Yeah, I've been thinking about let me ask you something. How many of you guys have used a heart? How many of you have lots of scraps and containers in your possession currently that you think you have enough of to make either a lap quilt or a twin size quilt out of? Let me know with a heart. And Denise says, happy engagement day. Thank you. Joyce says, oh, so romantic. Thank you. Michelle says, oh, that makes me tear up. How sweet. Yeah, I was trying not to tear up myself because, you know, every time we hit another milestone, it's something to talk about because, you know, our relationship has gotten sweeter, you know, and there's been no nothing in it as far as turmoil. You know, life things happen, but not between us. Okay, my husband and I were married 38 years. Congratulations and happy anniversary, Tessa. Joyce says, that's so awesome and romantic. Hi, Qaqortoq. How are you? My hobby home says depends on size of project. Okay. Girl, I am on my 3rd PMQ, 10-month long, so that What do you think? Oh, I don't know. Depends on what else you want to do, Lorraine. Denise says, I like 1 or 2 month so long. Okay. Michelle says, I like 1 or 2 so longs. Tessa says 3 to 6 months. Diane, yep, I take the camera. I hope you're still seeing it. Andrea says the screen's too small, camera's too small. Yep, yep. Anyone doing Make-A-Wish? Wait, something just happened. Okay, Michelle says all set. Donnell says long-term sew-alongs. Lori says hi, Katie. Hi, Lori. Wayne says much better. Denny says he can't see it there, so I don't know what. Wayne, what could you see? The camera angle is high. So y'all missed out on all of it again? All right, that means let's do this again. I am definitely having trouble right now. We see a lot of ceiling. All right, I took the pin off. Tell me what you see now. Donnell says more scrap than non-scrap. I could probably make a scrappy quilt for 5 people and still have more scrap. All right, everybody let me know if you can see me now. This one's the color. This one is pink. Okay, can you see just this screen? Well, I can see this live is not going very well. Do you want it like this or do you want both screens? Type one screen for me, review both screens. Okay. All right. Let's start again. This will be third go around. Maybe this time it'll be a charm. We saw everything but the paper before the borders. You mean this paper? Do you mean this? Or do you mean the paper and the border? Okay. This laptop does not like me doing that. Can you see this? Give me a heart. Okay. So the one block that's not finished is the one I'm pointing at with my finger, with both fingers. That is called stop and stare block. So I'm currently working on that. Okay. Now I'll re-show the rest of it. These strips that you saw me, that I've shown you before, there is something wrong with the light in this room. So I had to make 2 short ones and 2 long ones. And that was for week 1. For week 2 is called school day. Hi, Joy. Hello, Joyce. Hi, June. Hello, Samantha. Hello to anyone else I might have missed. So this one's called school day. I really had fun making the bell. Yeah, I turned the lamp around again. It fell off the desk when I was messing around trying to get a camera to work right. Okay, so that's week 2. This is week 4. I skipped doing week 3. I'm doing it now. This one's called Upward. And this block I had to remake because it was the wrong size altogether. I used the wrong size blocks. I think so too. It's too confusing in here. And this is week 5. And this one's called Page Turner. So for all of you who like reading books, this is books. It's about reading books. So all of these were done in batiks. And I'm doing the star in batiks also. Okay. So, okay. Now I'm going to talk a bit about, okay. So besides begonia clues all being done, one finished quilt, I worked on my puzzle mystery bomb pop along with my hot air balloon, but I'm still not quite caught up on that yet. What else? Oh, I know. Hold on. Since we're talking about things that I've done in January and the first part of February before I leave, I wanted to remind you that I showed you how to make this love block. And then this past weekend, Saturday, Kim Moose came to sew with me, and we did a Cotton Cuts color challenge block of the month. and I used my Stitch It kit that I already had and made this block. So some of you may not have watched the live, but this is what was made. It's okay. You can still start it. It's not too late. It's for all of February. And even if you don't finish it, Joy, as long as you finish it sometime, you've done it. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you some more previous Cotton Cuts Color Challenge blocks I've sewn. I don't have every block from last year done, but here's another block from the same Stitch It kit. And this is also from one of the month's color challenges. And then I'm going to show you some more. Here's one from a past color challenge. This is from a color challenge. Here's the same block pattern. Yeah. Remember this was done Saturday? This same block pattern was done last year sometime. This is from a color challenge. And all the fabrics that are in these color challenge blocks came from one of my Cotton Cuts Classic Cut box. So most of the fabric from all of these are from that also. You might recognize some of this fabric from the past. This is, well, I'll show you the big one first. This one was done in batiks, and this is a color challenge. Now, check this out, you guys. This is the small one. I took it, I thought I would see if I could reduce the size of it. This is 4 inches or 4.5. This is 12.5. And these are batiks. Churn Dash block was also a color challenge block. This one is a little weird. So I don't know if you'll be able to see the 2-dimensional in it or not. But this was also a color challenge block. Can you see the 2-dimensional in this one? And this was done in batiks. This one is also batiks. Color challenge block. So you can see I've been doing them for a while. Okay, so that is all of the color challenge ones that I've made in the past. So the blocks are, they're really easy to make for the most part. I really haven't had a hard time with making any of them. But I had fun making this little one. That was challenging. And here's the back of it. I don't know, you might not, no. Yeah, hummingbird, yeah. Did y'all see the really cool design on the dark color, this fabric? Thank you, Glenda. Hey, if you guys got anything you want to post in the Greenland Quilter group, get it done before it's time for me to stop, and I'll share the screen so everybody can see what you posted. So post away, please. See, I used that same fabric on this one in the middle. See that? And only had one fat quarter of it. It came in one of my classic boxes. Okay. So that was what was done also at this past weekend for it's a January block, the color block. And if you haven't done your cotton cuts, if you had the cotton cuts block page, you know, these, if you hadn't done one, you got till tomorrow to get it done if you want to make a block. But if you don't want to make the block, color the back and post that on the Cotton Cuts Fabric website, fabric group. And make sure you tag it, hashtag CC Color Challenge. Okay? And you never know, you might win some back quarters. And I keep my works in progress and UFOs and things. If I'm working on something specific, I keep them in boxes like this. So all of my PMQs have a box. Now I have 2 boxes to have 2 PMQs together, and those 2 boxes is because I'm doing the same case, but 2 different colorway clues. Hi, Denise. Hello. Outstanding job on cutting the gold plaid fabric so that the lines are as straight as possible. Like them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to be a little creative with that. Okay. What's the next thing? Okay. So tomorrow, as most of you know, if the weather is cooperative, I haven't heard anything yet. I'm supposed to fly at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Greenland time, which is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be getting on a helicopter and I'll fly to Narsarsuaq. And my flight from Narsarsuaq is supposed to be at, let me have a real quick peek so I can fill you in. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, here we go. So I'm flying with Air Greenland. That's the name of the Greenland company. By the way, they unloaded their, Nikolai and them unloaded their shrimp in Iceland. Okay, so I'm supposed to fly out of Narsarsuaq around 10:55 a.m. and then I'll land in Qaqortoq. And then the flight from Qaqortoq to Copenhagen is supposed to be at 13:40 hours, which is 1:40. I'm sorry, 1:40. And I'm supposed to land in Copenhagen at 9 o'clock. And then on Monday, I will board a Delta Air jet and I will fly from Copenhagen to Amsterdam to John F. Kennedy and then from JFK to Raleigh. And I'll land there Monday evening around 6:30 in the evening, I think is the time I'm supposed to land. And yeah, and I already have a hotel out at the airport set up for me because I'm definitely going to be jet lagging it. And so I probably will sleep the rest of the night and then get out and get some exercise Tuesday, stretch my legs and stuff. So that's what's going to happen. Okay, now, anybody want to ask any questions or do you have anything you want to mention? Because I think what I would like to do is, you know, hi Joyce. Are you going to put them together in a quilt? If so, what size would it finish? Robin, I don't know what the finished size is going to be. And when am I going to put them together? That I don't have an answer for either. I don't have enough blocks, I don't think. And especially because I intermixed it with batiks. Thank you, June. Yeah, y'all pray that the weather behaves tomorrow and I get off the ground because I'd rather get to Copenhagen in short order instead of being stuck somewhere. Okay. So I can sew. Do y'all want to see me sew for a little while, or do you just want to stop now? When Wayne says, I don't leave until Sunday and get there on, oh, you're driving across the country. Yeah, my son made that California drive from California to Georgia, and he got there in 2.5 days. Yeah, Lori, look, you know what I look like, so I don't know what you look like, but yeah, find me. I'll be there somewhere. I'm pretty sure I'll be there all 4 days at some point or another. I do know that I'm going to go pick up my name tag Wednesday evening instead of wait until Thursday morning to go get it. That way I can avoid a big standing in a really long line with everybody crowding each other. Okay, let me see if I can get this camera where it looks. I'll show you where I am so far on the stop and stare block. And I'll show you the colors I'm going to use in it. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to unpin because I'm going to use the other camera to let you have a little bit of a peek. All right. All right. So here is what the corner blocks look like for the stop and stare block, which is a star block. So I used yellow, purple, and of course my background is white. So I had to make 4 of them, which I've already made. I've done that already. And then I'll show you the other colors I'm going to be using in the block. There's going to be this color in there. Okay, Lil Wayne, that's great. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Okay. I suddenly got unorganized. I spent the last 2 days trying to condense everything down so that my house sitter didn't have to deal with all of my stuff laying around. So basically I'm using in this block, I'm using it's not turquoise, but it's not teal either. It's like in between. And I'm using yellow and white and then the purple. Those are the colors I'm using. So I've got all 4 corner blocks done. Now I got to do, you see the center in between the corner blocks on the top row and on the bottom row, that has to be done. Those are quarter or half square blocks or something. And then there's that long strip of one that goes through the middle as the second row. Yes, because I'm trying to show you what I'm going to work on. Can you not see this screen? No, Glenda, my sewing room, nothing. They came and worked the 2 days and I haven't seen them since. So I'm super frustrated about that also. Robin says, no, y'all can't see this other screen? What is the deal here? I guess I have to depend on this screen. All right. So anyway, let me get up here and show you. I don't know why you can't see that other screen. The one, when I had it to the one screen, y'all said you couldn't see anything. So that doesn't make sense because I pinned it so I could put this up close. All right. So anyway, we're back to 2 screens. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3. I had the corners done for the 2 outer rows, but now I have to do the center on the top and on the bottom, and also that long center, skinny center that goes through the middle there. I wasn't holding up. I pinned this camera down here and y'all said you couldn't see anything. Can you see this? Yes, Diane. Because I can see the screen. Why can't you see the screen? Oh, because it makes it stay small. Wow, that's really bad. You're going to be on the live, you know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So when I switch to the smaller camera, people can't see it at all?
You're holding it up to the wrong camera.
Well, okay, so the one I just pinned is supposed to be this phone.
Okay, but the conversation is I'm looking at my iPad and I am 30 seconds behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the paper there until you tell me what you see.
Okay.
Because I just pinned the one that's the phone.
Okay, so now I'm looking at you with I'm looking at the wrong camera now.
Yeah, because the one I pinned is the one that's pointed at the sewing machine.
But it's not the one that's being shown.
No, that doesn't make sense.
What are you seeing on your screen?
When I pin it, I see this one with, I'm pointing at it right now, so I'll give you the delay. This is my phone. And everybody's saying they don't see that one when I pin it.
Okay. So you're pointing at your phone, but when you are, we're seeing the one with the sewing machine.
That is the one with the sewing machine.
No, it's the other one.
Well, the other one, you only see a piece of the sewing machine. See
where you were pointing now. Okay, hold up the
I got the.
I'll tell you which one.
I got my hands on the phone one.
Yeah, hold up the pattern, and I'll tell you which one is the right one.
Hi, Chloe.
And that one right now is showing on the other screen.
That doesn't make sense. Why is it doing that?
Okay. So that one right now is not the one you're talking on.
No, because I don't have sound on the phone one. I only have sound on that one.
It's showing up on the other screen.
Oh my God.
Just show your whatever you're showing to the other camera and you'll be good.
Okay.
You're doing great, Katie.
No, I'm not. This is a train wreck tonight.
No. You're doing great. You're doing great. Have fun.
Yep. Thanks for helping.
So show to both cameras and you'll be great.
Okay. All right. Talk to you.
Love you. Bye.
Well, love you too. Bye. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about. So I have already sewn the 4 corners here. Okay. Now what I got to do is I got to do this little skinny quarter block here and down here, and then the whole skinny one going across in between the two there. That's what I was going to sew on tonight. Okay. Hi, Samantha, and thank you. So, so I don't know if you're going to see anything I sew on this other camera if it's doing what it's doing. I don't understand. It's never done that before. Okay. Back a little bit and hope you can see what I'm doing. So what I have to do to make these, so I'll show you what they're having us do. I'm taking a rectangle. That's one of these. And I'm going to be putting a, I guess you call it a snowball maybe, but that's what's going to end up being done. So the green here is this. The one side where you see the white, that's going to be with the white background I'm using. But the other end, instead of it being red, it's going to be yellow. Okay? So that's the plan. So I need to draw lines for these. And how many of these do I gotta make? Let me see. And also, in the middle, we have one of these in the middle. So let me set them aside so I can draw some lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna need We're going to need 4 yellows and 4 whites. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a line through the middle of them. So when I pin it to the corners, I won't have to worry about, mess up that part. Okay. And I'm sorry about this mess, my mess. Sorry about that. Okay. It's on the sewing machine and we can see you sewing. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the lines through everything. I'm hoping I can at least get the block done. I don't know if I'll have enough time to do this action because I still have things to do to get ready for tomorrow. And now I've wasted a lot of time fighting with cameras. So tell me, everybody, how has your day been today? What did you do today? Did you sew or did you work and now you're sewing, or what has been your day? you don't mind sharing with all of us. Thank you, Robin. I'm thinking maybe I should have took an anti-anxiety medicine tonight because I've been like this all day shaking. I know it's because I'm going to travel. And I think the dog suspects something's up. Have you noticed that someone's not whining to want to get in here? Okay, so I got all of the yellows with a line through the middle. Sorry. Why can't you see that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now I'm going to draw lines through the white one. For some reason I have trouble seeing the white ones on my table because it's white. That's why. Get all these 4 done. And then what I have to do is I have to line them up on both ends of the rectangles to sew them on. And then I'll be trimming them and folding them back so that they complete the block. I just got to make sure that I don't do them in the wrong direction. Oh, there's another white that's going to go on there. Wow. Okay. Glad I saw that. So I need some more white, you guys. I need 4 more. Somebody's been shooting off fireworks tonight. So Coda's in battle mode. And there's not much I can do about it, you guys. I'm not going to put a bark collar on him. The older he gets, the less he does it. He still does it. Nora hasn't barked, which is surprising. I think she's pouting. Let me see here. Okay. Lori says technology is great when it works right. That is very true. Robin says cleaning my room, picking up sticks, cooking chicken wing. Yum. Yellow rice and peas. Made hummus earlier. That sounds tasty. Luane says, I finished sewing through 7 of Bomb Pop, and I need to cut the outer border for my village green. Top is done, just need outer border, batting, backing. Well, you're further along than me. I just need to sew all my clues together on my village green. And then it'll be ready for, I didn't order extra borders for it though. And Robin says your dogs are fine. Joy, Katie, I have to leave. I hope you get to rest a little before your trip and have a safe flight. And grand time with family and friends. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for coming tonight. All right, now I got all the lines done. Let's start sewing them. Got to change my foot. I'm going to use a open toe foot. No, you can't see it, so it's all right. Never mind. I'll just put it on the sewing machine. And then I need to change the settings on my machine so it's straight in the middle seam. And okay, now we're ready to go. Okay. First, I'm going to sew the one side of the white on first, because that's what the directions are saying to do, is put that on first. So this is what this is going to look like before I sew it. Diane, that's a yes about the sounds coming from, or the mic and the sound is being used on my laptop, not on the phone. I always log on to the phone without sound, because if you don't, you get an echo. And I can do without that. So that's probably what the deal is. That's why nobody could see what I was trying to show them. I didn't realize that. I'm still, like I said, I'm learning. And I think that might have moved. No, it's okay. Cool. Let's get the rest of them done with one side white first. We're making 4 of them going in this one direction to start with. I'm going to turn this around and do it the other way, because I don't like doing it the other way. Let's do it like this. This makes less of a chance of getting eaten. We've got 2 done. Now we've got 2 more to go. How many of you guys use TikTok, out of curiosity? So the young lady that's going to take, her name is Hanifa. She's the one that's going to be babysitting the dogs and the house. She talked me into making a TikTok account, and I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have, because it doesn't look like it's going to be all that user friendly. Okay, we got one side done. Go ahead and cut them apart. I'm going to have to leave the room to press, because as you can here, I'll show you. We have had to put the sofa back together so that Hanifa can sleep on the sofa. And then when I leave, she'll move to the bedroom. Okay, let me go press these real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I pressed them so you can see what that one side's going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And then I'm going to go ahead and just use a pair of scissors and guesstimate what a 1/4 inch seam is going to be. And I'm going to head and trim off the other side. And then I'll open it back up. And this is what you get so far. Okay. And I'm going to, I probably, no, I just want to make sure it stays laying down. Okay, so I'm going to do all of them like that. And you get this. Okay, so we've got all of these done. Now the next step is going to be where I have to, I'll show you the next step here. Is the next one is I'm going to have to sew. You'll see that there's red right here, but mine's going to be yellow. And then it'll be the same style, okay? All right, now I'm gonna make sure I get that going in the right angle. And I'm going to do the same thing here, so all of them chain sew. Diane says, you love a good challenge. We don't actually celebrate V-Day, but I wanted to support the small business, and it's always a good time for a cake. Let me back up a little bit so I can see what everybody's doing. All right. Samantha says, I'm making bacon wrapped asparagus and filet mignon for my husband's Valentine's supper. Yum. Lucky husband, it sounds delicious, Wayne says. Sounds delicious, says Chloe. I just picked up a white chocolate raspberry heart cake for my guy and I to have tonight. Yum. Rachel says, we don't really celebrate V-Day, but I wanted to support small business and it's always a good time for a cake. And then Diane says, you love a good challenge. Wayne says, V-Day should be every day, not just once a year. Show your love. Yes, indeedy. Lots of quilters on here, Wayne says. Rachel says, yeah, that's why she wanted me to get on TikTok, because she says there's tons of quilters on it. And some of them have lots, man, some of them's got lots of following. Rachel says, I watch TikTok very sparingly. I am still perplexed on people's real making skills on IQ. I just don't have time or spoons for another social media. Yeah. No TikTok here, Andrea says. I have TikTok, but barely watch it. No TikTok or Facebook. I don't know what Facebook is, but okay. Lori says no TikTok here. I was just curious if any of you did TikTok. Jean says no TikTok, but I have used thumbnails to hire people to move furniture, hang ring cameras, and hang a TV. Luane says, Robin, have not been on Facebook all year and feel so much better, no stress. So are y'all talking about Facebook? Oh, so because you don't have a Facebook account, you can't be a member of the Greenland Quilter Facebook group? Or can you join the Facebook group without using Facebook itself? That didn't make sense what I just said. I've had Facebook for a long time and I've never had any problems. But I also have my Facebook set to really strict stuff. And I don't have tons of people on it that I don't know. Took me a long time to ever get on Facebook to begin with because I was a MySpace person. But I can no longer access my MySpace account at all. I've tried, but I guess they've shut it down. What I liked about MySpace is because you could change settings of how your account looked. That's what I liked about it. It was more you can make it look more webby if you wanted it to. I couldn't live without Facebook because that's how I stay in touch with my family and my friends. But again, I'm very selective about who's on my Facebook. Okay, I need to go press these real quick so I can set the seam and then I will trim them and fold them back. But I don't think I have to show you how I'm doing. Well, do you want me to? Never mind. I'll just do it so you can see it. Okay. This is what it looks like before I clip it. My mom uses Facebook, so I don't know where she will pop up and leave a comment on something I posted or commented on. Well, I have my Facebook set to some of the settings I have is like if you're not on my friends list, you can't see my list of friends. That's one of them. You can see my profile page, but you can't see pictures and other things if you're not part of, my Facebook itself. From time to time, I will make a comment in someone's group, and the trolls will message me, or they'll comment on my comment in the Facebook group. And you can tell a troll 10 miles off because one of the words they use a lot is dear. Hi, dear. You're so beautiful. I really like what you have to say. You're so smart and nice and kind. Please friend me. Thank you, Glenda. I could use all of that I can get. But the doctor gave me my medicine like they always do, but they also gave me 2 extra tabs as a contingency in case I get stuck somewhere in a delayed pattern, and my medicine won't. That way, if my medicine runs out, I have backup medicine. And since I'm so good about using my medicine sparingly for a lot of reasons, that's a blessing. Because last time when I was coming home, I got stuck in Qaqortoq for 8 hours, and my medicine ran out 4 hours before that, when I should have already been in Qaqortoq by then. So needless to say, when people were pushing and shoving on the plane, and there was someone arguing at the back of the plane. It was in Greenlander because someone was yelling at someone else, and I had a panic attack. Okay, here it is, all trimmed up now. All right, now the next part is we are going to put, I still have to, oh, there's more yellow that's going to go on the bottom also. Interesting. That's why I haven't made those 4 yet. Okay, let's get this white on first. So now this is the block, and then I'm going to put this on, and then we're going to sew the seam in the opposite direction. And then when it's folded up, it's going to look like that. We got to do that 4 times again. I got to make sure I don't get myself all confused here. How's the weather up y'all's way? Did it get cold again? I have to say, it has been snowing a lot here. It's but of course it's February, so what else is new? But when I spent I don't know, a couple hours digging myself out so I could get out with, hopefully with not too much of a hassle tomorrow with my suitcases. And technically it was only like 2 foot deep, the area that I was clearing out so I could walk. So it wasn't too bad. And it was 31 degrees outside when I was out there. So it was nice and toasty. I was sweating in my parka while I was shoveling snow. Robin says it was a little chilly this morning, but beautiful in the afternoon. Awesome. So those of you who don't use Facebook, what social media besides YouTube do you use? I'm curious how you can stay in communication with all your friends and family. I could tell you that Nikolai said he said when they had no communication at all, where they couldn't get on the internet or couldn't call home, he said it really, really made for a rough tour. They got this, as far as I know, the satellite's still fixed. I'm not sure. I haven't heard from them today. So I'm hoping everything's okay. But they didn't get a chance to go see the volcano eruption while they were there. And I'm not sure where they're fishing this time. I just know it's going to be the East Coast somewhere. Okay, got that one done. Now let's do the next one. Katie, I'm going to DM you before you fly out tomorrow. Does that mean you're going to text me? Melissa, what does DM mean? I've been seeing that. Did everybody leave? Oh, direct message. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Be right back. I'm going to set the scene. Okay. So now this is what this looks like so far. I just need to trim off the back. Wayne says, nope, still here cutting fabric. Denise says, I'm here just listening. Robin, no eating wings, yum. You know, I think while I'm in the United States, I'm gonna visit a Chinese restaurant so I can have chicken wings. Oops, wait a minute. I'll still be making a boo-boo here. This is gonna be a pretty block, I think. Especially with this different color than you usually see me using. So I'm taking my roller to them to make sure I can get it flat because I haven't put any starch or anything on them. But when I give them that last press, I'll probably use the little acorn pen to get these seams that are close together. Okay, so here's what it looks like so far. All right. How long will you be in the States? I will be in the States until we fly out on April the 2nd out of Jacksonville, Florida. Nikolai lands at Jax on March the 3rd. I need to mark 4 more of these. I forgot to mark extras. Then we'll have the bottom part left to do, and then yes, I will. I have some things I need to take care of in Lake City that I have to do in person. Like I have it. I'm getting closer to, well, I'm still a long way from it, but at some point it's going to happen. And I need to get my bank account attached to my social security stuff. So I'm going to do that while I'm there. So I don't have to worry about it. But then I think we're coming back to the US. We'll go back to the US in 2026. But I think my passport, I think, one of them expires in 2027. So I'll have to come back to the States to take care of that. The hubby still forget the date? That's a really good question, Lil Wayne. I need a cold drink. Hey, Laura Sup. Sorry I didn't say hi sooner. I just realized there was more than one Laura in here. Okay. Now then, let's look at how this one's supposed to be. So this one is going to go okay. So now then, let me show you how this one's the layout of how I'm supposed to lay this block. So you see the diagonals going in the, I don't know if you can see that or not. But now I need to sew down this side. Get them all lined up nice and pretty. I'm going to pin them because we're getting more and more seams on this. Okay. Let's get the other 4 done, or other 3. Yeah. Now that I have an example to look at. Laura says, no worries. I was just getting settled in to watch. I hit my back on my morning walk, so resting, trying to feel better. Oh no, another person who has fallen. There seems to be a lot of that going on. I hope you get to feeling better and you don't have too much bruising or anything. I don't like falling down either, and I'm a reluctant because I'm gonna have to leave my cleats behind that go on the bottom of my boots, and I'm really not thrilled with that idea because I don't know what the runway is going to look like in Kangaroosa Walk or the tarmac or Narsarsa Walk for that matter. Usually they keep the runways clean. But with all the snow that we've been getting the last 2 days, I don't know. learned something new about the airlines in United States, though. I didn't know the ones in the northern states had heated runways. Did you guys know that? That's how they're able to keep so much ice off of it. Hi, Fallon. How are you? This one's not wanting to cooperate with me. Okay, got that one on. Now let's get this last one on. And then these quarter half squares or whatever they're called will be finished. And then it's a matter of joining all of the blocks together. Ouch. We have a lot of loose gravel here, and when tourist season's going on, I always have to remind everybody, watch your setting, foot setting, because it only takes one little rock to twist somebody around. And especially if we're going to Great Greenland, because we have to walk down the uneven road, and then on top of that, we cross over what looks like railroad tracks, but they're rails. They're the steel rails like railroads, like trains go on. But these are used for taking boats and ships out of the water. Big boats, fishing boats. Because there's like two kinds of sea vessels here. There's the small fishing boat, but it's not like a regular boat like you and I would go freshwater fishing in, or a small boat like you would go out on the ocean to fish freshwater fish. The boats are bigger, but they're not what you call a ship. So they are allowed to fish in the fjord. The big ships cannot fish inside the fjord. Not allowed. What I've done with this one, it is a little bit weird. Okay, so now I got that part done. I'm going to go ahead and take it over to the ironing board and press them all, and then I'll bring them back and show them to you. Okay, be right back. All right. I'm going to trim them first and then I'll show them to you. Donna says, I'm going to be listening and finish binding. Linda says, hi, Fallon. Laura says, I just want to feel better by morning. I walk 5 miles a day and haven't something day in a couple of years now and want to keep my streak going. Oh, I haven't missed a day in a couple of years. Cool. And Luane says, tell someone in the South they need to de-ice the plane. They look at it like, say what? Uh-oh. One of these has a narrow margin on it. So I'm going to have to be really careful. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I had to make 4 of those. These are going to, this block is going to be a problem, I'm afraid. Well, I'm going to stress about it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, let me see what this direction say to do. It's a matter of joining everything. Okay, so I'll be right back, you guys. You know, I really don't like how this acorn pin makes fabric like wrinkle a little bit, or I don't know, maybe it's called shrinkage. And you can see it. There's like little tiny ripples. And the ripples weren't there until I put the acorn pin on it. Yeah, it makes it flat, but I also find it disturbing that it makes the fabric wrinkle. Okay. Hi, Jean. Oh, Laura, I have been taking morning walks for years and have never fallen, but is something that is in the back of my mind sometimes. I try to wear really good shoes. Laura says, I have great shoes. I left before sunrise and only had my flashlight. My mistake. Tomorrow I will wait for sunrise when I can see where I'm walking. Robin says, very nice. Jean says, yes, I always wait until the sun starts coming up, but I have to because I live in Florida and it gets really hot fast. Laura says, Jean, I depend on my morning walks to clear my mind and get ready for the day. My husband and I are full-time caregivers to my father, and a bit of time to myself is essential. Fallon's asking what everyone's working on. I'm working on the Stronger Together stop and stare block. Samantha says, hey, so be it. I may get to watch you tonight for sew and chat. Yay. Jean says, Laura, bless your heart. I understand that caregiving is very difficult. And Fallon says, yay. Hope to see you, Samantha. Laura says, hi, Fallon. I'm sitting and working on my crochet project, but may switch to my hexie project. And Terry says, good afternoon, Katie. Hello, Terry. And acorn is starch. Did you starch all the fabric? No, I don't have access to starch. Okay, now, next thing I'll do is I'm going to take my corner blocks that I've already made and go ahead and sew them. So these let's see. I'm gonna take two corner blocks, sorry. Two both ends, yeah, all four of them, yep. I'm gonna sew these two of these center pieces in first. That didn't even make sense, but okay. I'll show you when I get it done. All right. Now let's see if we can get all of this lined up properly. Yeah, I know it's starching the acorn pin, but I don't think it's worth the 20 something dollars I paid for it because it has leaked that very expensive starch out. So I'm not really, I don't know. I'm not on the wagon. I'm trying to pin these together. Is what's taking so long. Sorry. You're not aligning properly though. I used to know how to macrame, but not anymore. I went from macrame to painting on greenware, making things from ceramics. So I found it more fun. Yeah, I never do, Fallon. I just chose not to do any of that stuff. Alcohol is expensive here. I don't know if I can justify spending that much money on vodka and then spraying it on something. I have expensive vodka in this house and I won't use it for that. I barely drink it though. And the cornstarch part is, they don't sell cornstarch in the store. See all these little alternatives that everybody knows about. I live in a country where those things like that are not even here. Our grocery stores are probably the size of a IGA market, where it's got a small butchery in the back, and the rest of it is part food, part some housewares, some cleaning supplies and toilet paper, and some dog food. And when I mean some dog food, only 2 brands of dog food. sometimes not even 2 brands of dog food. Most of the time, it's 1 brand of dog food. And the other grocery store doesn't even have a meat market. But they get their meat, they buy, I guess they get the meat butchered somewhere else and then it's sent to them already butchered. I didn't realize how spoiled us Americans are until I moved here. We are very spoiled. So every time I come home, I feel like I'm living it up. Oh, this block is going to be very bad. Gosh, more wrinkles. So what's happening here is I'm having issues with getting it to lay flat. So that means that I must have, I don't know, maybe pulled on something a little too much, or I don't know, something. Don't know. Or it's because I should have left it well enough alone and not used the acorn pin. And that could have caused this, I don't know. It could be anything. And I don't think I'm going to get my Stronger Together block done tonight. Not with all this trouble. What time does Fallon's live start? That's very true, Robin. No, let's hold it. Oh, it might press out when I press it. I hope so. It looks like it still captured it again. Hi, Deb. 7, 8, simple stone. 8, 9, 10, 11. I am having real time with this block. This would have been one of those blocks where you make a paper piecing for it. So I'm ripping it out for the second time. I don't know what I did wrong, but I must have did something wrong. It's all right, Coda. How you doing, Deb? Uh, I just put a hole in it, you guys. One of these days I'll make one for my machine. I don't think I injured it. It doesn't look like I did, but I might have. So anyway, let me show you what this looks like itself. It's supposed to have a block, and then you're supposed to sew this block onto the side of this. And it should have sewn on there. Well, let me set these two blocks aside and I'll try a fresh block. How about I do that? See what happens. Yeah, there's something going on here for sure. Because even this block doesn't want to lay totally flat. So I guess when you were sewing all these extra seams in here, it must have like stretched it or something. Good evening, Katie. Hello, Irish sail lady. Just picked up my dog from the doggy daycare and eating a salad for dinner. Going to work on my temperature quilt after I eat. That sounds like fun. Okay, so here's with part of it on. Okay, now then, we're going to try to put this other side on, see what happens. All right. Let's see what happens with the other side. Okay. Okay, so this is what one row is going to look like. And do you see what I see? I see a mistake, a big one. So that means, yeah, I'm done. I appreciate all of y'all coming to watch my live tonight. I will try to stay in contact with you as much as I can while I'm flying tomorrow, if I get to fly tomorrow. Yeah, and when I come back, I'll fix this and start all over again. Anyone have any questions they want to ask before I call it? Thank you, Robin. See where the white, see this white one here? That's a corner. This white one down here is supposed to be in the corner, upper right corner. That's what's wrong with it. I didn't turn the block around right. So I'm gonna have to rip it out. So when we come back, yes, it's turned wrong. That white should be in the corner, not at the down here by my little finger. And it's going, and the hourglass is going the wrong direction. So when I get back from the states, I will take it all apart and start again and fix it or remake it one. So does anyone have anything you want to ask before I call it? And thank you for staying and watching and going through all of my mess with the technology and stuff. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's turned the wrong direction, and that means I have to take it out anyway. So, yeah, disappointing. And it's probably because I'm already stressed out about flying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've already had to rip out the same block twice. So it's time for a timeout. So I don't have anything else that I need to work on except getting ready to finish packing my stuff. So let's do that instead. So thank you everyone for watching my live, and I'll be posting videos and stuff as time allows me to. I definitely will try to go live. See, I'm supposed to land there on Thursday in Copenhagen, and I'm staying at a hotel where I can go on foot to visit different areas because Trivoli's like right up the road. But I'm not going to go to Trivoli. I haven't even been inside of there. I'm not much of a amusement park person when it comes to roller coasters. So, but I do know that that area is close to other things that I can definitely visit. So we'll do that. And I will definitely will make content of flying content in Copenhagen. Saturday, if everything goes good, I may just go live from the hotel room and say hi to all of y'all and I don't know, talk for 30 minutes and then show you some pictures I may have taken, and then we'll get off the live, but at least you'll see that I'm okay and everything. So I will if I know for sure I have the time to go live, I will be a good 6 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. So I may just try to go live in the middle of the afternoon there in order to catch y'all. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And then when I get to Raleigh, I'll let you know when I got there. I may post things in between. If I can figure out how to set my phone to show my journey starting here till I stop in North Carolina, I'll do that. But I can't really remember how to do that, and I need to figure that out too. So thank you everyone for coming. Have a great day, and I will talk to you as soon as I know something. If I don't fly tomorrow, I will let all of you know. Don't forget to go see the floating tetras in the Greenland Quilter group and comment on what I wrote. If there's anything you have suggestions or what you think I could do different next time around, that kind of thing. I'll be welcome to constructive comments. So anyway, y'all have a great night. Thank you for coming to my live. Don't forget to live, laugh, love, dream, and create. See you.